Hello and welcome to my 67th book synopsis. If I ask anyone that in order to successfully implement any critical project or work, what are the things which are necessary? The answers would be probably knowledge, understanding, then planning, methodical approach, monitoring and control, intelligence, passion, perseverance, sincerity, etc. Now, if somebody says that in addition to this, there is one more thing which is equally essential, and that is checklist. Most of us would say, no, it's not that critical and important. However, our today's book's author firmly believes in it. He has implemented it, and not only that, he has also written a New York Times bestseller book called The Checklist Manifesto. The Checklist Manifesto, How to Get Things Right, written by Dr. Atul Gawande or Gawande, I do not know the pronunciation, and published by Penguin Random House in year 2010. More than 25 years ago, Israeli scientists studied patients in ICU, and they concluded that each patient each day needs approximately 178 different actions to be performed on him or her, which is important. If you miss one of them, two of them, it can become critical. Second point which I want to lay is, let us look at an operation. Now when I'm talking about operation, I should talk about the author slightly also. Author is a US citizen and a well-known surgeon, and if you want to know more, look at the description. So if a surgeon operates, operation is only one aspect of successful cure of that particular patient. What are things required to be done before taking him to the operation theatre and post-operation care is equally important. These three things together can make patient cure. If not, things can go wrong, and things go wrong. Not because of inefficiency, but maybe due to process not being followed, or human tendency of forgetting things, forgetfulness happens, or overconfidence. But this particular profession cannot afford to have that. And that is why it is important that how we go into near perfect. Author attended a few seminars which emphasized the need on the checklist, and it said that can actually improve the error rates. Author liked the idea and then thought of implementing it in his profession. Before that, he visited two other industries. One is aviation industry, which swear by the checklist, and the second is construction or building construction industry. After studying both, he realized that yes, we can also implement it in our particular profession, and he started working on that. The first one was quite a failure, the first checklist, and he decided, let us drop this idea. But again, something happened and he recreated it, and at the same time he got an opportunity to work with WHO, and during the discussion he proposed the idea of checklist, and they agreed to run a pilot across the globe in 8 hospitals across developed countries, developing countries, and poor countries. And the results of that 3 months experiment were quite encouraging. And they could revise the checklist, and in January 2009 WHO published a checklist, and that's how the author could implement it. And that's the story of this particular book. I liked this book primarily for two reasons. One is that this subject is purely a dry subject. Checklist में क्या लिखने का? But author has been able to keep us glued to the book. That's the success of the book. Second one is, as a person, I am a process-oriented person and a process-dependent person, not a person-dependent person. And therefore, I immediately liked the idea of this particular book, and I lapped on the book. I believe that it is not merely ticking off the box. It is not merely ticking off the box. The intent is also equally important, and the way in which you implement that particular thing, what only critical aspects of it should be there. Because let us look at operation. You cannot have 10 pages where they will keep on ticking it. It cannot go beyond maybe 1 minute or little more than that. And that's what is critical about how you implement it, and then that's why it can become successful. I definitely liked it, and I would suggest you to go through this book to understand a concept which we already know, but whether how it can be successfully implemented. That's all from my side this time. Thank you. Bye bye.